Welcome back, guys. So, up till now, we have covered some of the Excel essentials that you need to keep in mind while better presenting the data in Excel. In this video, we will look at how do we navigate between the tabs. Of course, as you already know, without the use of mouse. Then we'll see how do we add a new row or a column, hide a row or a column, delete a row or a column. So these are part 2 of your Excel essentials that you need to be very well versed with while you are working on Excel, of course, for increasing your efficiency. So let's dive in. Now, you have various tabs in this worksheet that is open in front of you, right? So the first tab is Essentials. The second tab in this workbook is Sheet 1. The third one, Sheet 2, Sheet 3, Sheet 4. Now, if you notice, I am using mouse to navigate between the tabs. But if I don't want to use mouse, do I have a keyboard shortcut? Of course I have a keyboard shortcut. And that shortcut is press Ctrl, and while pressing Ctrl, press page down. So Ctrl page down will take you towards the right. Ctrl page up will take you towards the left. So Control page down, Control page up. Now, in many of your keyboards, function key might be switched on. In that case, if the function key is switched on, you have to press Control plus function key and then press page down or page up. Alright, so that's how you navigate between the tabs. Coming on to the table now, if I want to add a new row between 2 and 3, how do I do that? The first alternative is, of course, I'll use my mouse, I'll right click, I click on Insert, and then I click on Entire Row and OK. So this will add a new row between 2 and 3, right? Let's press Ctrl Z to undo. Now, of course, I don't want to use the mouse and I won't let you using the mouse either, right? So what is the keyboard shortcut here? The shortcut is Alt I R. So go to any cell in the row above which you want to insert a new row, press Alt I R. So whenever you press Alt I for insert, R for row. So whenever you press Alt R, the Excel will keep adding new rows above your selected cell, right? So let's press Ctrl Z. So that's how you add a new row. Now how can I add a new column? Let's assume I have to add a new column between B and C. How do I do that? The first alternative, of course, right click, click on Insert, Entire Column and click OK. This will add a new column towards left of the selected cell. Now you'll ask me, come on bro, give me the keyboard shortcut, and I'll say just wait a second. The shortcut is Alt I C. Alright, so Alt I R for adding a new row, Alt I C for adding a new column. Alright, go on, give it a try. Okay, undoing everything. Now this is when I have to add a new row or a new column. What if I need to hide a row? How do I do that? For example, I need to hide the row 3 from this table in front of you. How do I do that? The first alternative, of course, is to use your mouse. What you do is right click on the 3 icon representing the third row. Click on hide. This will hide the third row. And if you want to unhide, just select the row above the hidden row. Drag your mouse to select a row below the hidden row. Right click and click on unhide. Alright, so that's how you hide and unhide the row using the mouse. What about the shortcuts? We have to increase the efficiency, guys. We need to use shortcuts. The first shortcut, go to any cell in the third row, any cell in the row that you want to hide. Press Ctrl and 9 together. Ctrl plus 9. As soon as you press Ctrl 9, your row gets hidden. Now how to unhide? For unhiding, go to a cell above the hidden row. Press Shift, click the down arrow key to select the cell below the hidden row. Press Shift, Ctrl 9. So for hiding, Ctrl 9. For unhiding, Shift, Ctrl 9. Alright, that was easy, isn't it? Some quickies to help you increase the efficiencies in Excel. Alright, that was hiding and unhiding the row. Now you know what I'm gonna tell you. Of course, hiding and unhiding the column. So to unhide the row, I pressed Ctrl 9. To hide the row, I pressed Ctrl 9. To hide the column, I will press Ctrl 0. If I want to hide column D, I will press Ctrl 0. Ta-da! It happens. So as soon as you press Ctrl 0, the column gets hidden. Now how to unhide? This is where I will ask you, or I will request you guys to please use the mouse. This is the first area out of very few areas that we are going to use mouse on, because there is no shortcut in the latest versions of Excel to unhide the column. So take your mouse towards column C, drag it to include the next column from the hidden column, right click and click on unhide. And that's how you hide and unhide the column. Easy, isn't it? The last part, I promise, the very last part out of the very boring parts is how to delete a row and deleting a column. So let's assume I want to delete row 5. How do I do that? The first one is I use my mouse, right click and click on delete. It deletes the row, right? What if I want to delete this easy day data, right? From row 5th, I want to delete the easy day. How do I do that? The first alternative is to use the mouse. Now, as far as keyboard shortcuts are considered, I have two shortcuts for you, right? The first one is go to the row which you want to delete. Let's say I want to delete this easy day data, alright? So what I'll do is I will press Control and minus together. Control and minus together. As soon as I press Control and minus, a dialog box will pop up which will ask me to delete. Either I want to shift the cells left, shift the cells up, entire row, entire column. Here I want to delete entire row. So I'll go to entire row and I'll press enter. So now you notice easy day data has been deleted. Let's undo. Now, if I press Control minus as I just told you, the Excel is confused. Why Excel is confused is, if I am on this easy day cell B5, and I press Control minus, Excel is confused. Excel says, what actually do you want to delete, bro? Do you want to delete this cell only? Do you want to shift the cells up? Or you want to delete the entire row or the entire column in which you are at? If I don't want this to happen, what I can do is, I will press Shift and Spacebar. Shift and Spacebar will select the entire row in the worksheet, not just till the data point, but the entire row. So as soon as I press shift spacebar, I select the entire row. Now press control minus and you'll notice the data is gone. What is the difference? The difference is when I press control minus here, Excel gets confused. Versus when I select the entire row, now Excel knows whatever I'll do, whatever operation I'll do, I will do for the selected fifth row. And here, if I press control minus, now Excel knows that I have to delete the selected row only. That is why I have selected the row. Alright, so that is how you delete the row with the keyboard shortcut. So two shortcuts are available for you guys. The first one is control minus directly without selecting and then selecting entire row or entire column. The second alternative is to shift spacebar a row and then press control minus. Alright, so that's how you delete a row. Now I know that you know what I'm coming on. Columns. How do I delete the columns? Again, the very same way. Control minus and select entire column, or if I want to delete the B column, for selecting the entire row, I used to press shift spacebar. But for selecting the entire column, I will press control spacebar. Alright, shift spacebar to select the entire row, control spacebar to select the entire column. So now I select the entire column. Now Excel knows whatever operation I will do now, I will do for the selected column. So now I can simply press control minus. And that's how you delete a row and a column. A lot of information there, a lot of shortcuts for you. So guys, what we will be doing is, while moving through Excel, by moving through this course, I will be giving you a lot of keyboard shortcuts as and when we perform the actions in Excel. So of course you will be getting a downloadable file as well, but I will request you to please practice on the practice files that you have as a downloadable resource. All right, so that were two parts of your essentials, and now we dive into the real Excel world where we'll play with data, we'll play with formulas and functions. See you around in the next video. Be prepared with all the essentials till this point. See you there.